You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. Governor Seyi Makinde reacts to Chief Bode George claim that Atiku will not get the PDP ticket in 2027. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has addressed veteran PDP chieftain Chief Bode George's recent assertion that party leaders will block former Vice President Atiku Abubakar from securing the party's presidential ticket in 2027. The Oyo State Governor, speaking in an interview with Channels TV, acknowledged Chief George's standing within the party. Chief Olabode George is a well-respected leader of the party nationally. He was there when PDP was formed right from the beginning and is not flippant, he said. The governor, however, emphasized that democratic principles will ultimately undermine the party's directions. The only thing I can say, really, is the fact that democracy is a game of numbers. If majority of our people decide that, look, we have to do zoning and we have to zone the party offices, we also have to zone the elective offices, then it becomes something that the party will have to see through. Makinde explained he rejected the notion of excluding any potential candidates prematurely. So I won't say as a Democrat that somebody should be excluded until you get to the point where you are saying, look, what's in the best interest of our party and what's in the best interest of this country, and you take decisions on that basis. He highlighted the existing processes of addressing zoning disagreements. If they feel that they are not happy with this issue of zoning, they can take it to the right organ of the party. Now, we have a zoning committee that is going to be ratified at NEC. We are having Governor Duye of Bayelsa State as the chairman. This is democracy, and everybody will have their say, but the majority will have their way. That was Governor Seyi Makinde reacting to what Chief Bode just has said concerning the fact that Atiku won't get the PDP ticket in 2027. Well, Chief Bode George is an elder statesman and the chieftain of PDP. Probably the old man is retrospecting and looking at the fact that Atiku was fielded in 2023 and then the result was a disaster for the party, especially because of the issue of cohesion, not being able to reconcile the G5 when he was, nominated, and also the fact that probably Chief Ojebo being a southerner who also in tandem with the agreement of non-written, zoning of presidency to south and north after eight years, might be thinking that that is still going to stand, it's going to hold sway, believing that since the current president, for example, is in from the south, it will be reasonable if the PDP decide to field a southern candidate so that they can, go head to head with the incumbent president. If peradventure is the one that APC is going to present even for the 2027 election, very, very important. But then, when Governor Seyi Makinde will have to come in to give his own submission as regards the matter, he brought about neutrality, knowing fully well that they are still at the primary stage of the issue, is still very young, and it is until the whole neck, the people of the party come together and then they sit down and begin to discuss on the matter of 2027 election, and then there is a committee that has a lot to do with the zoning. If they still want to go by zoning, he even made mention that the governor of Bayelsa State, Joyediri, is the chairman of the zoning committee. They might decide that they are going to zone the elective offices or maybe presidency or things like that. And until all those organs of the party come up with their own conclusions and their own assignment, that is when they can categorically say whether somebody like an Atiku, for example, will get the ticket or he will not get the ticket. Or maybe I should put it this way, that is when what Chief Bode George might eventually, come to, reality. Yes, because he doesn't want to. I can see that Governor Seyi Makinde doesn't want to have any issue with anybody because he knew that Chief Bode George happened to be a well-respected leader of their party nationally. So he was there when PDP was formed right from the beginning, and it's not flippant. As a result of that, he just emphasized that democratic principles will ultimately determine the party's direction, and that's just how it ought to be. He said the only thing that he can say really is the fact that democracy is a game of numbers. Of course, it is the uh, majority that will always decide what is going to happen. So if majority decide that we are going for zoning in PDP, so be it. And if they say no, so be it. According to Governor Seyi Makinde, he believes that of course minority will always have their say, but the majority, they will always have their way. So he said he won't say as a Democrat that somebody should be excluded until you get to that point where you are saying, look, what's the best is in the best interest of the party and what's in the best interest of this country, and then you take decision on that basis. Well, those are good statements, but we are waiting to see what PDP is going to come out with. But as of today, nobody really know what the situation will look like, because there are hearsays here and there that so many big wigs from different political parties are planning to come together to form a coalition, probably use the vehicle of the Social Democratic Party SDP in order to unseat the current President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office, because they feel probably PDP alone won't be able to do it, especially when Wike is there still giving them a tougher time, and Atiku couldn't gain the full control of the party. And then among the National Working Committee and the executive too, there are a lot of fractions. Some people following Wike, some others are following Atiku. And all this together is not bringing the cohesion they want in their party. And for them to have a coalition, a person like Nasiru El-Rufai left APC to join SDP and trying to also have some in-house talk with Atiku Abubakar and some other people, for them to pull out of PDP to then come together to SDP and form a bigger coalition. We are waiting to see. But as of today, PDP has not sat down to conclude all their primaries and zonal congresses and the likes, and also do a NEC and a general consensus that where they will elect new set of leaders, and then also plan on what to do as regards the 2027 election. And as political analysts are looking at it, it may probably be that PDP might not be a vehicle suitable even to challenge President Tinubu in 2027 if peradventure is the one that APC is going to feel to run for the presidency. Looking at the antecedent of PDP, that they failed completely to upturn the situation in 2023, and then probably is still weak, but it seems as if they believe that President Tinubu has infiltrated that party and has weakened it. But as they go by, we are going to see the reality and the truth, and then we will feed you back right from this channel. Remember to give us your like, make sure you subscribe. Thank you.